Welcome back to the Dr. Vincent Buscemi podcast. The most common complaint I get outside of my raspy voice and my personality is I'm always tired. All my patients say I hit 30, I hit 40, and all of a sudden I'm always tired. And the sad part is I'm hearing this more and more from people in their 20s. So clinically it's called chronic fatigue, but I imagine there are millions and millions of people, maybe even you, that are facing fatigue that have not been diagnosed with chronic fatigue. And I'm here to tell you that the position of your jaw may be directly related to how you feel and how your brain functions. So there are two studies I want to go over today, real quick, that shows that your forward head posture not only negatively affects your jaw, your airway, your muscles, your posture, but also affects the health of your brain. So this first study, the effect of forward head posture and resting state brain function. What this article found is that when they tested the brain waves, and there's a certain brain wave called a gamma brain wave that is related with stress, chronic fight or flight. When your head is in a constant forward position, which as a dentist, mine is all day, and I look at my phone all day. When your head is in a constant forward position, they have found an increase in gamma brain waves, which is associated with chronic fight or flight, chronic stress. So one of the most simple ways to help reduce chronic fight or flight, because a lot of my patients also complain they just cannot calm down. They're always worked up, is this relationship between how your head's positioned and how relaxed you feel. So just look away from the phone, pull up, try to reduce the amount of time your head is forward, and that will help your brain calm down. Check this article out, The Effect of Forward Head Posture on the Resting Brain State. There's also one more article that showed the cost on your cognitive load and your head position. So basically, our brains have bandwidth, or our brains have a limit to how much information they can process. And here, right here is a picture of forward head posture. But what this article shows is that the more forward your head posture, the less your brain is able to process information, the more overloaded it feels. So if you're constantly feeling stressed, constantly feeling tired, one thing to look at is, are you constantly looking down at your phone? Is your head in a constant forward position? This could be an increase to your negative feelings of well-being. One way to address this is to approach your dentist and see if there is a mandibular splint or something you can wear in your mouth. Like I have right here. This is called a lower Gelb splint, but it puts your jaw in a position that helps put your head in a more neutral position. So if you're chronically tired, if you're chronically fight or flight, one thing to look at is, what is the position of your head, and are you always in chronic forward head position?